2 years ago, my fiancé cheated. After some time, I took him back, but the other girl was sending us a mystery package. When we opened it, my husband had a face like he had seen a cockroach in his sandwich. My fiancé, Oliver, and I have been together for 12 years, stuck together through thick and thin, LDR, the usual problems of a couple starting off very young, etc. In the last years, he has been struggling a lot with depression/anxiety, but he is slowly getting better. At some point of our LDR we were living in 2 separate countries, and during his stay he became very good friends with 2 other people, Ben and Sarah. The 3 of them bonded through shared experiences, the same mental health issues, etc. At some point, he came back, we started living together, and eventually became engaged. We decided on a long engagement 2+ years, since we were both settled on long academic paths. Our relationship, which had at some points been turbulent, settled very well as we both acquired maturity and got to really know each other during our daily lives. Things were peachy. 3 years ago, Sarah moved closer to where we lived, for a 2-year stay. We were all good friends, everything good, etc. Long story short, my fiancé cheated on me with her, short before she left the country, emotional affair included. Found it by snooping, bad on me. I was devastated. I cut contact with her immediately, demanded him to do the same, and almost broke up with him. We were separated 2 months. It was rough because at that time I had no access to therapy or counseling, and I was really far away from home, but my friends were kick-ass and supported me emotionally all that time. After these 2 months and a lot of soul-searching, we took the first tentative steps to be together again. It took me a long time to forgive him and to recover my trust on him, but little by little we healed and we made it work again. This was 2 years ago, and things are really good. Ben did not take the news of their separation too kindly, and he has been passive-aggressive to Oliver about him not talking to Sarah. Oliver has reacted well, and has been adamant about not contacting him again. 2 weeks ago, Ben told fiancé that he had given our new address to Sarah because she wanted to send us a package with stuff belonging to Oliver. He says that she has nothing of him, and I believe it. They have never lived together. Most of their friendship they've been living in different places. He has been really anxious about all this matter. He does not want any contact with her. I personally do not care about her, but he is dreading the day the package arrives. If it comes when I am in the house, I just will throw it away, but I do not want him to receive it and get an anxiety attack. Update. 1-year update. I sat down with him. We decided we did not want the effing thing, so he wrote a message to Ben saying tell Sarah we do not want anything from her, and then he blocked him. This all happened last year. Meanwhile, life went on. He changed jobs. He is still in the academy, and now he is way more happy and relaxed. My job is well paid and interesting, and I can keep some other projects on the side. We got married this summer, and our wedding was perfect for us. Lively, bombastic, lots of food and alcohol, and our friends and family together. It was expensive, but we did not give a damn. This month, my husband is in a conference trip in another continent, so I am home alone. When I arrived home in the evening, there was a package addressed to him in the mailbox, with a stamp from a place where I know she lived, and a sender we don't know. I thought for a moment, oh my, this may be her, but then I thought that it would be pretty crazy of her to send it now. That night, I was Skyping with my husband and made a comment about the parcel. I mentioned the name of the sender, and he did not know the name, so I proposed that I opened it with him on camera. And well, turns out I was right on the money. It contained several postcards, wishing him happy birthdays and Merry Christmases, all unsigned. Also little notes such as dance in the rain, look at the clouds, walk, barefoot, that kind of platitudes. And it had a book, a young adult romance book. I remember saying aloud, oh, for F's sake when I saw it. Meanwhile, my husband had a face like he had seen a cockroach in his sandwich. The title of the novel is Stargirl. It is about a girl who arrives to a high school and she is very quirky and magical and she dances in the rain and plays the ukulele and she is very misunderstood by the normies. The narrator dates her, but realizes that he cannot be with her because deep down is afraid of not fitting in, so he dumps her and then regrets it forever. It is not a super bad book. I like the prose, but, despite the intentions of the author, the heroine is too much of a special snowflake, and her behavior often delves into creepy territory. The book itself had a sad face in the dedication page and a small note saying read the sequel. You will understand. It was crammed with notes in small script, and sometimes the letters had been traced several times over. All of the notes were very idealized descriptions of the heroine, about how magical and beautiful she was, about the things she did, etc. Some of the notes were also about the main character agonizing about staying with her or leaving her to fit in, or descriptions about how they made out. Yuck. There were also drawings of the heroine, who looked like an idealized version of Sarah. I am not gonna lie. I laughed my ass off at this effing manic pixie dream wannabe. My husband was less amused and more creeped out. He said that she was psycho and that he did not want that poop at home. I kinda forgot about the book for the following days, because last week was my week from hell and I had to work 70 hours. I normally work 30, because, apart from my job, I took a 2-week project working in-house for a company, and I organized an art exhibition in the weekend. Also, I got pretty bad health news from a close friend, think incurable and degenerative, so the topic of Sarah was out of my mind. Yesterday I finally had time to think about it, and I got angry at that asshole. They have not met in 3 years. Who the F does this dweeb think she is? Etc. etc. I considered unblocking her briefly to tell her to stay the F away from us, but discarded the idea. Then I considered finding out her address and sending her a copy of Holes, by Louis Sachar, and 20 minimalist pepes printed between the pages, with a note: "This is a riddle. If you solve it, I will leave my wife for you. Love, fiancé." Then I realized I would rather ignore her, so I threw the notes in the recycling bin and I put the book in a free box so somebody can take it home. That is all. No threats, no pictures, no positive pregnancy tests. It was anticlimactic, but honestly it was a welcome distraction in a heavy week. I don't like that she has our current address, but I do not think she will be sending more stuff. If she does, we will tell her to piss up a rope. The funny thing is that I don't hate her. She is an asshole, but this is just too sad to hate. To mock, okay, but not to hate.